NFT.NYC has grown from a smaller event to being absolutely huge last year in 2021. And with me to bring me up to date on what we can expect for 2022 with NFT.NYC is Jody Rich, the co-founder, also Quinn Button, Vice President of Strategy for the event as well. And let's just start, Jody. I mean, this was like your idea, a few years ago? Could bring me up to date on where you started and where we've come with NFT.NYC.
Well, Cameron and I, my co-founder, we couldn't even decide what to call it. We registered NFT.NYC and we really were scratching our heads going, oh, no one will really know what this means, but we'll do it anyway. And you've been involved since almost the beginning, Jane.
We did an interview, the first or second year, I think. We did an interview.
Yeah, first year was, we actually had, I think, 100 speakers and probably about the same number of people in the audience. And it was about dreaming about where this might go. Mm-hmm. And the second year where you got involved was actually some of the dreams that you had last year are coming true. And then last year it was, oh my God, the world has woken up to NFTs. Mm-hmm. And our beliefs and values for the event, our mission for the event has been consistent since the very beginning. Devin, the co-founder of OpenSea, and I had a lunch down in the village in August of 2018, and we said, let's try and do three things. Let's try and bring the community together so people can share ideas. Let's give the community a voice. Let's put as many people on stage as possible.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then let's see if we can educate other people outside of our little NFT space about NFTs. So they've been our objectives. And this year, the theme is about diversity, the diversity of NFTs. There are so many different things going on that are disrupting industries. And Quinn, I think you've got a list, don't you, of all the different things people are talking about. Tell Jane about some.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Quinn.
Yeah, it's been so much fun to see the enthusiasm from the community, and we have gotten a wide range of responses. And some of my favorites come from the announcements after we, announced the rounds of speakers. People just get so excited. And to Jody's point, it's really all about giving as many people a voice in this community as possible. And so really getting the reactions from different individuals, just saying, I can't believe last year I was just brand new to this space, and this year I get to go on stage, and it really does speak to, how quickly people can come into this space. It's wide open, and it is as diverse as it could be. So I really look forward to.
What are some of the examples of the categories of things that people are talking about?
So some of the categories that people are talking about this year, I mean, specifically one that speaks to my heart is women in NFTs, women artists highlighting females in this space. Another one is really leaning into NFTs for good, which I think is a really interesting one, where people are really using NFTs and this technology to raise money for various different charity causes, including, trying to really lean into the sustainability aspect of this space, and also, just overall really great causes around the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I just saw today that Ukraine is creating an NFT for the history of this war. And they're going to make money to, help with their efforts to rebuild and things like that. So, I mean, the uses, and I think it's being led by the country's Minister of Digital Transformation or something like that. So you can see the applications here are just amazing. And I love that you have so many speakers. I mean, I emceed last year and it's kind of like, whoa, but it's so collaborative. And it really reminds me of those early days of Silicon Valley when everybody was kind of sharing ideas and working together. And so it's, it's a very cool thing about it. So now,
Jane, ask me, how many speakers are we going to have this year?
Okay, so I was just getting ready to ask you how many people are coming, but tell me the whole thing. Give me the numbers behind it because it's grown to be so huge.
So the numbers are over 1,000 speakers, and we've had to build systems to manage that many speakers. It's just vast. the programming, the profiles, just simply the acceptance, the privileges that speakers get when they're at the event. So we've actually had to build tech around NFT.NYC. 7 stages, multiple venues all around Times Square. We really wanted to be Times Square centric. And do you remember the billboards?
I
do.
That was wonderful. Yeah.
You were even up on the billboard. Wow.
I never saw it, but I heard. Yeah, I know.
You were.
I'm going to look for it this time. Yeah, well, that's what's...
And you asked about the number of people, and we think we're on track to well over 10,000 this year. And my friend Gary B, who I've known for 10 years, Gary said to me last year, and he was inspirational on this. He said, Jody, I think you have an opportunity to be the South by Southwest of New York.
Well, I tell you, I mean, being a New York resident, like, it's wonderful to see you bringing this here, because it's been a tough couple of years here. You know, some of it self-imposed, honestly. And, you know, we've seen, I think, Consensus move to Texas. I don't know if they're coming back, you know, what's going on. So the fact that you have made New York like the heart of the NFT world, or NFT.NYC, is just, it's a very cool thing. It's given a life to Times Square and to the city.
Well, there are so many different things that people are talking about, and so many of them resonate with really what New York is. You know, there's fashion, there's art, there's subcategories within art, there's generative art, there's collectibles and trading, and then there's ticketing. Ticketing has become very big. You probably saw that Michael Rapino, the CEO of Live Nation, talked about how they're using NFTs very deeply in their systems at Ticketmaster. And you know, there's all sorts of really amazing, crazy projects, and there's also really amazing projects this year that brands are rolling out. We're seeing big brands now participating in this space, just like we did with social media many years ago. You know, thought-leading brands jumped into Twitter years before anyone else, and we're seeing clever thought-leading brands now setting up teams for NFT projects.
Well, and just the fact that, I mean, will people be able to get in, like, or is it already sold out? Or I know there's a lot of sessions online, so if somebody can't come, and there's also, by the way, a lot of kind of extraneous sessions. Like, I remember there was an art gallery down here that participated. So even if you can't get into the session, you can watch online and go to a lot of kind of events that are planned that week as well.
I'm glad you bring that up. Part of our brand is actually, we don't stream. Part of our brand is this is a physical in-person event. Okay. So please come to New York if you want to be there. If you want to watch it, you can watch it afterwards on YouTube. I mean, there's a big YouTube channel. I think that's probably what you were thinking about.
Okay.
But very, very much part of our brand is we want people to come together, meet and talk. And it's so fun. We're doing a little series on relationships that have been created at NFT.NYC. And we have dozens and dozens and dozens of stories to tell about really cool things. We even have someone who says that they want to propose to their partner on stage.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
We have brands that want to launch really cool projects. And so for us, it's just a privilege to be part of this community and to bring people together physically.
No, it's really a special thing. And you have some tech, right, this year that you're incorporating. Explain that a little bit.
Yeah, so our objective is to bring people together before, during, and after the event, using the NFT technology and the NFT platforms that we've spent many years building. The very first NFT.NYC in 2019, everyone got a swag bag, but it wasn't a physical swag bag. It was a swag bag of NFTs from sponsors and various others. Then the next year, we created collectible cards for speakers. So, and it just sold out in a few minutes last year. When I say sold out, they were free. So, you know, people just went with all of these different cards.
Okay.
And they were the ones that we put up on billboards. This year, one of the venues is the Marriott Marquis, and we've taken the inner atrium and we've turned that into a mini Times Square billboard, the atrium at the Marriott. And then outside the Marriott, we've bought quite a few billboards to launch the whole event. So there's swag, there's speaker cards, there's business cards that people can make for themselves to give out, NFT business cards. So when you come, I can give you my little card, but it's an NFT.
I'm going to have to think
And then,
those.
We really think that being able to score NFTs is important. And so our sister company, NFT Cred, has been working on how do you score a wallet and its influence, and how do you score NFTs? And so there'll be an API for developers to use. That'll be the NFT.NYC API. And it's really fun. Have I missed anything? Have I missed anything?
I was just going to say, I think we're really thinking about touch points and really making, this a real experience where you get to experience NFTs in a way at an event that will hopefully trigger some interesting ideas for others. We have for the first time a sponsor expo where all of the sponsors will be in one area in the Marriott, in the atrium area, and that will be really fun. And that just there's a lot of different interesting things that we can do to make that an engaging and fun experience for not just the sponsors but also the attendees who come and want to enjoy meeting some of the people behind the brands.
Yeah, no, it is probably the most fun conference I've ever been to. I just, the people are unique and friendly and fun. And it was just a really great week. I was thinking about taking the week off, like from my day job and just do it all in a week.
You're one of our MCs. In fact, yes. Quinn told me that you're her favorite.
Change all the MCs. Okay.
What's really nice, one of my friends, Larry, who writes for Rolling Stone magazine, he said that this is the Woodstock of NFTs, and other people have said this is the Super Bowl of NFTs. And I just think that it's a great opportunity for New York to show people what an amazing place it can be for this incredibly important technology that is rolling out over the next few years.
Yeah, well, and congratulations to both of you for building something that's really had an impact. I mean, that's not easy to do. So for recognizing early on that NFTs could be huge and for sticking with it, because I know it can't be easy to plan an event size.
It's very kind of you to say that. You probably can't tell from my accent, but I was actually born in New York many years ago. And so this is one way for me, I guess, to give back to New York. Yeah. Thank you, New York.
Well, thanks. I'm looking forward to it and seeing you guys in person, and we'll bring you into the NASDAQ and maybe do an interview that week when it's all over or something. Like, we'll have a drink too.
Thank you, Jane.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jane.